Do it again. He's so cute. Why is it cute? I'm crying. I'm just realizing that what Kyra is doing, because he's mainly doing it like when he's focused on something, what he's doing is the baby version of this. And I thought I had stopped doing it, but according to Riri, I do it all the time. And now my child is doing it. My heart. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to take a few minutes just to give an update about what has been going on. So I've been seriously thinking about doing this surgery, and let me clarify for those who don't know. The reason I had not done the surgery was because they had told me that there was a high probability I would not make it through the surgery because I'm severely anemic, and because I've been severely anemic for as long as I can remember, and they believe it's a condition that I have inherited, and my numbers are so low I cannot afford to lose any blood. And they've tried everything to bring my numbers up. They've tried everything to bring my numbers up: iron infusions, blood transfusions, and I was not able to bring my numbers up significantly or to maintain it. So that's the concern. Some doctors didn't want to attempt the surgery. Other doctors gave it to me straight, saying it's risky, and I would rather walk around with this for the rest of my life than leave my son. So that is why I had to explore other ways to handle it. Why I'm thinking of taking the risk is because just because of the size of it, there are symptoms. Just because of the size of it, there are symptoms, debilitating symptoms, like back pain, pressure, like on my right side all the time. It's putting pressure on my organs. I'm also breastfeeding, and it's supposed to be dead, so I don't know if that has an effect on my iron levels. But I think everything that's going on in my body, coupled with the fact that I'm breastfeeding, is causing me to have dizzy spells. So I'm assuming, oh, you woke up. Hold on. Okay, so the baby woke up, so I'm multitasking. And I'm breastfeeding, and funny enough, I was just talking about breastfeeding, but I've been having dizzy spells, and it can actually be very dangerous because sometimes I feel like I'm gonna pass out, and sometimes those waves come on at random times. Like, I could be out in public, so I don't need to be out in public and just pass out. So that's why I'm considering it. The supplements that I'm taking, the changes that I've made, I think have made a difference. For example, my last period was so light and so painless, I forgot several times that I was on my period. I had to be constantly reminding myself. I can see a drastic difference between, because I had fibroids inside of my uterus, and I mean, fibroids are fairly common. A lot of women have fibroids and don't even know. And they grow during pregnancy, and then they should retract back to their original size or smaller after pregnancy. And I can see that happening with the ones in my uterus. I'm not sure if the supplements have to do anything, have anything to do with it, or if it's just it's a part of the natural process. I'm not sure. But my lower stomach looks much smaller, I don't feel a lot of pressure. I feel less pressure than I felt before I was even pregnant, to be honest. So I honestly believe the ones in my uterus are smaller or are gone. I also believe the large one on outside of my uterus has also shrunk considerably, because when I feel it, I used to feel it like on, how should I describe it, on both sides of my body, on the left side, on the right side, and now I can only feel it on the right. So I think it's shrinking, but it's kind of shrinking in a weird way. Like, I think it's shrinking from the outside in, if that makes sense. So it still looks big, and I feel like because it's big, it's probably gonna take like years to shrink, which I'm okay with that. I just want it to shrink to a point where it doesn't affect my health or it's not visible. You know what I mean? And I also want to have more kids, and technically I can, and they told me to, you know, make sure that I'm careful, because where it is, it cannot affect your ability to have kids. And I probably, you know, because I've done it before, I could probably survive it again, especially with the knowledge that I have now. But I don't want to have another difficult pregnancy. You know what I mean? And I mean, every pregnancy is different, but I know if I got pregnant again, I know it would be difficult because it's still there, even though it has shrunk. You know, so that's another reason I want to get rid of it. I don't know. Maybe I need to have. You guys tell me what you think. Maybe I need to have more patience. As it regards Serrapeptase, I have not been consistent with it because you have to have it on an empty stomach, and it also gives me a lot of gas. So I feel like, because it makes me feel sick and uncomfortable, I subconsciously forget to take it a lot. But so I can't even say for sure if the Serrapeptase, I did notice a difference, but I can't say for sure if the Serrapeptase is the supplement that has caused the ones in my uterus to shrink, and the bigger one is shrinking too. It's just huge, so it's gonna take some time. I don't know if that for sure is the one causing it. After adding the Serrapeptase, and I have not been consistent with it, I did add sulfur, fish oil, and something else. I'll look at the bottle soon and link it below. And with each one that I added, I noticed a drastic difference. So I don't know if it's a combination of everything that I'm taking, or the last three that I added coupled with the Serrapeptase, or if the Serrapeptase has nothing to do with it. I don't know. But an issue I'm having with the Serrapeptase is the gas. I already have a lot of pressure because of the mass, and the gas from the Serrapeptase is causing even more pressure. What I did, because I wanted to get rid of the gas, so what I did recently is I basically stopped taking all of my supplements except the iron, because I have to take iron. Iron, vitamin C to absorb the iron, and vitamin D for my baby. So those are the only three, and the prenatal. So those are the only four I was still taking. And my body did start to get rid of the gas, and that's when I started to realize how, even though I'm still bloated, how bloated this thing was making me. And I don't even know if it's worth it, to be honest. And I don't want to be spending all of this money on supplements for them not to work when I could just do the surgery. So another reason I'm considering the surgery is I was doing some research, and I found a doctor who promises that blood loss will be minimal. I'm gonna do some more research on that, and if I end up doing the surgery, I'll document. I've already asked him, and he's okay with it, so I'll document the whole process for anybody else who is interested, but I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna do it yet. I'm researching all my options because I don't want to take the risk if I don't have to. Ultimately, what is gonna push my decision is when I do my test, my examination, to see what size it is now. Because if it has shrunk considerably, as much as it's a pain to wait, I'll just continue to do the natural route and see what happens. So sorry I'm a little bit all over the place. I'm exhausted as usual. But that's my little update so far. And for those who are in the same boat as I am, and if you're using any of the supplements that I recommended, let me know how it's going for you, because I could really use some encouragement and advice right now, because this is a major decision. So that's my update for today. Thanks for watching, and always remember to live by design.